Okay, so soon after the independence, India and Pakistan, um, they started with a clash over water sharing, water distribution, and ultimately the World Bank intervened and they resolved this issue. An Indus Treaty was signed between these two countries. So India got three rivers, eastern rivers, and Pakistan got western rivers. But what is the issue now? The Indians are, coming up with, dams over Pakistani waters, and we need to understand these, technicalities in coming slides. Okay, so first of all, let's understand the, basic, Indus Basin river system. If you understand this, it would be easier for you to understand and analyze this in the paper. So the Indus Water, it rises, in the Tibetan plateau in the vicinity of Lake Masrover, and this is, controlled by China. And the water originates from this particular lake, and then it, enters, it flows in Tibet for about 200 miles before it enters Ladakh, which is controlled by India, and then flows on towards Gilgit in Pakistan. And from there, flowing through the north in southerly direction along the entire length of Pakistan. So it enters then Pakistan, and it falls into the Arabian Sea near Pakistan's port city, Karachi. So this is the basic, the line in this particular river.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
सर ये लद्दाख का एरिया चाइना के पास नहीं है सर?
नहीं, ये इंडिया के कब्जे में है. इंडिया चाइना के पास
सर अभी
चीन का एरिया है. And this is also disputed.
अभी सर ये जो recent हाँ वो सर जो स्टैंड ऑफ हुआ था उसके बाद कह रहे थे कि इन्होंने ले लिए, तिब्बत का इलाका भी ले लिए.
नहीं,
क्योंकि नेपाल के साथ
तिब्बत is already with China, and Ladakh is under the political control of India. But there are certain areas in Ladakh where it is also disputed. So the Chinese, they have already declared that please don't build roads or construct things there. And if you try to come up with these type of things, we will react. So there are issues there on Ladakh as well. जिसकी वजह से अभी जो इंडिया के कब्जे में जो एरिया था और वहां पे इन्होंने इशू हुआ था इनका, जिसके अंदर 20 इनके बंदे भी मरे थे. बट लद्दाख एज अ होल इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय इंडिया, एंड तिब्बत इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय चाइना. ठीक है, इसको हम डिस्कस करेंगे जब हम कश्मीर वाला करेंगे ना डिस्कस, तो फिर इसको हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे इसको. सही है?
ओके सर.
ऑलराइट. So let's move forward. So this is the origin of, you can say, of Indus Water, and from where it originates. And as I told you before, it originates from Lake Masrover, and from there it enters Ladakh, and from there then it enters Gilgit, and from Gilgit it enters Pakistan. And the total length of this particular system, Indus Basin, is about 3,200 200 kilometers. The river's estimated annual flow is approximately 207 billion acre feet. So if this water is smartly used and managed properly, I think it can fulfill the requirement of South Asia. The Indus river feeds ecosystems of temperate forests, plains, and arid countryside. So there is a huge life which is there, and this particular system support that. Its 5 major tributaries are Jhelum, the Chenab, Ravi, Bias, and Satluj. Another 2 tributaries of Indus are Kabul River and the Kuram, which rises in Afghanistan. So these are the tributaries as well. Apart from that, Indus Water, as you can see in this map, it is the lifeline of Pakistan, and Pakistani Punjab, Sindh is heavily dependent on this water system. If this water system faces any problem, any disruption, automatically it is going to impact on Pakistan. All the waters. So let's quickly analyze the Indus Water Treaty. We many times over, the examiners, they ask these questions like related to Indus Water Treaty, and sometimes it comes in Pakistan affairs, sometimes such questions comes in current affairs, and sometimes essay come on it, on the water issue. So you have to analyze all these things in right perspective. Indus Water Treaty, Article 2 of the Indus Water Treaty says all the waters of eastern rivers shall be available for the unrestricted use of India. So Article 2 favors India, and Article 2 says that the eastern rivers belongs to India. And Pakistan was permitted by the way of exception to take water for domestic use. Yes, Pakistan can use this water for domestic use. The rivers which are given to India, Pakistan can only use this water for domestic use. Pakistan cannot, you can say, store this water in their reservoirs or dams. And plus non-consumptive use and certain limited agriculture use. So that is, exception which has been given to Pakistan. But Article 2 says that the eastern rivers belong to India. So this is the flow of these eastern rivers, as you can see. And Pakistan, as you can see, many Pakistani crops, for example, wheat, rice, Pakistani cotton, you can say, all these, they are heavily dependent on the Indus water system. India on the western rivers, yes, the western rivers, as I told you before, they are given to Pakistan, and on these rivers, India cannot make any reservoir which can store water. So they can use this water under certain conditions. So this is what we are going to analyze. Annexure C, which provides details of agriculture uses by India on the western rivers, allows is to use 1.3 million acre feet of water for irrigation purposes only. So understand now, India can use water from Pakistani rivers, western rivers, और उसकी लिमिट कितनी बताई है उन्होंने? 1.3 million acre feet of water for irrigation purposes, not for storage, not for any other thing, only for irrigation. So 1.3 million acre feet of water India can use according to Indus Water Treaty, Pakistani waters. Okay, so this implies that India can irrigate crop area of about 13 million acres plus using water, water of western rivers. So this is a huge area. And so far, it has been irrigating only 7 million plus, and they have the capacity to, use more. And they are trying to do it in recent times. India has right to use 3.6 million acre feet for storage projects. For example, including general storage, power storage, and flood storage. Now, this is not going to, and this could only be, achieved through a run-of-the-river dams. And India is not allowed to, make bigger dams, or you can say dams which have the capacity of more than 3.6 million acre feet. So India can use Pakistani waters under certain conditions with a capacity, with a maximum capacity of about 3.6 million acre feet. So they can store, at this, इतने पानी को store कर सकते हैं 3.6 million acre feet को. अच्छा, प्रॉब्लम ये है कि अगर 3.6 मिलियन एकड़ फीट जैसे वो कोई 100 से प्लस ज्यादा अगर वो इस तरह के छोटे मोटे डैम्स बना लेते हैं, तो ऑटोमेटिकली ये तो बहुत बड़ा पाकिस्तान के साथ ज्यादती हो सकती है कि बिकॉज इस तरह तो बहुत सारे रिवर्स बना लेंगे, वो अपने डैम्स बना लेंगे और पाकिस्तान का जो पानी है उसको सिक्योर कर लेंगे. सो दीज आर द लैकुनास इन द इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी एंड व्हिच शुड बी रिवाइज्ड. और इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है आपको कि जी जो इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी के अंदर क्या ऐसे लैकुनास हैं या क्या ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं जिसकी वजह से पाकिस्तान को नुकसान पहुंच रहा है. सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द थिंग जिसकी वजह से इंडिया हैज द राइट टू यूटिलाइज 3.6 मिलियन एकड़ फीट ऑफ वाटर फॉर स्टोरेज प्रोजेक्ट्स. और ये जनरल स्टोरेज, पावर स्टोरेज या फिर फ्लड स्टोरेज के नाम पे दे कैन सिक्योर, दे कैन स्टोर 3.6 मिलियन एकड़ फीट ऑफ वाटर, पाकिस्तानी वाटर्स, ठीक है, वेस्टर्न रिवर्स के ऊपर. So and India is also allowed to construct run of the river dams. अच्छा, run of the river dams का भी एक प्रॉब्लम है. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि जब आपने डैम बना लिया ना रन ऑफ द रिवर, तो उसको थोड़ा पहले शुरू में स्टोरेज उसकी करनी पड़ती है. और उस स्टोरेज का ये नहीं बताया गया इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी में कि उसको गर्मियों में करना है या सर्दियों में करना है. प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे शुरू होता है? इंडिया ने क्या किया, जब बागलीहाट बनाया ना, तो इंडिया ने उसको किस सीजन में स्टोर किया पानी? सर्दियों के सीजन में. सर्दियों के सीजन में ऑटोमेटिकली देयर इज शॉर्टेज ऑफ वाटर, और ग्लेशियर जो पिघलते नहीं है ऑटोमेटिकली, तो पाकिस्तान को पानी की उस टाइम पे बहुत जरूरत होती है.